If you are ready to have your dreamiest ideal clients instantly convert into your offers, regardless of whether you're selling on social media or whether you're using automation like email sequences and funnels, then this is for you. You have been told, and 3/4 of the industry sells like this, using urgency, using discounts, using bonuses, using this is expiring. And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with the lever of urgency creators, but when it comes to instant conversion, and this is particularly powerful, especially when we're talking about moving away from you being your sales system and actively having to sell every single day on social media, where social media becomes the cherry on top of your sales Sunday, not the entire Sunday. And your funnels, your automations do the sales heavy lifting for you. The reason 9 times out of 10 why automation doesn't work for most women that I have worked with is because they are using the push the sale, chase the sale, even as a woman, even sold under feminine sales strategies. You're still chasing the sales. You're still pushing the sale versus actually learning how to market, message, and sell to your $1 million premium client. Remember, when I say $1 million client, I don't mean they have $1 million. I mean, they're the perfect match for your work. They do the work, they get insane results. They're exactly who your work is for, and they're more than happy to pay you probably triple what you're currently charging. The only way you're able to create sales instantly is when you do this. You learn how to sell in a way that makes not buying feel higher risk than buying. And this is an art form. 99% of people in the online space, even some of the most successful people, even the ones that I tease, like the Russell Brunsons and the Alex Hormozis, they're still teaching and they're still selling from the result. But if you're selling results, you are not selling for instant conversion. You're selling in a way that is going to require more sales levers. So if you're speaking to the result, like my program helps you make more sales, my program helps you get more clients, my program helps you lose weight. If you're selling the result, which is what we were all told in marketing, sell the result, that's what makes people buy. Whilst there is truth to that from a sales psychology perspective, you get stuck in the chronic cycle of having to convince and chase people into your offers. What creates instant conversion is when you learn how to message in a way that makes not buying feel higher risk than buying. And the only way that you're able to do that is when you learn how to high value problem message and position, making their problem urgent without hyping them around it. So we're not hyping like you're gonna die. If you don't solve this problem, you're gonna die. No one's ever gonna hire you again. That's not what we're doing. I don't teach hype. I don't model hype. Nothing about me is hypey. And you all know and witness hype in the online space. And you all know what it feels like to buy from hype. Sometimes it feels good in the moment. Rarely does it feel good afterwards. And that does not create strong client retention. And it doesn't create strong client results. And moreover, high value premium buyers actually are repelled by that. Like, how many of you actually have been repelled, have been interested in something, And then the minute someone has applied pressure to how quickly you needed to make that decision, you find yourself being repelled. This also is true in dating. If you've ever been interested in somebody and then they suddenly come on too strong and start chasing you and following up with you and texting you a bunch of times or calling you 3-4 times in a row, you instantly start to be repelled by that behavior. It's automatic, it's intrinsic in us. We like to be like flirted with and chased, but not chased. Pressure chase feels different. Fun, flirty chase, those two experiences are not created equal. So when you sell the result, you're selling like the how to get more clients and how to make more sales in your business. Okay. When you learn how to sell via high value problem solving, you stop having to focus on what someone's going to get when they're inside your world, the 55,000 modules, the 15 bonuses, the this, the that. You start to instead communicate and show that person what they will lose by staying where they are. Now, again, most people think that they understand this, but they don't. They think they go, so you just go in your marketing. What happens if you stay the same? It's commonly taught in sales calls strategies that one of the questions is, what happens if you don't join? And what happens if you, in the next 6 months, if you don't do anything differently? The reason is because what they're trying to create is the feeling of what you will lose if you stay where you are. But again, you're doing it in a chasey way and it feels gross. Versus doing it without creating this urgency to buy, pressure, but instead creating urgency around, let's solve that problem now. Like, let's solve that problem now. So rather than saying, buy the 7-figure sales system or freedom funnels and you'll make more sales. Instead, when I say things like, if your sales slow down or disappear the minute you stop showing up on social media, you don't have a business, you have a job. That is a completely different approach. Now, it's not the end. It's not like that's the only sentence that would make you buy. But when we're talking about the sales psychology that underpins this, saying the result of freedom funnels will help you make more money. Freedom funnels will help you make more money, more sales in your business. She Makes Bank will help you make more sales from your content. If instead I tell you, you know what? If you only make money when you show up and sell on social media, you don't have a business, you have a job. Which means you're not actually free. And you started this business for freedom, right? What am I doing there? Making you so problem aware in a way that also creates instant emotional connection and emotional demand. It evokes an emotional response in you from a really grounded, anchored place, not from a hypey place. If you stay where you are, what if something happens to Instagram? Your sales would stop completely. Again, you've seen this with what happened with TikTok and everyone was on the hysteria bandwagon. This is why I told you to build your email list. You don't own social media platforms. Quick, buy my program about growing your email list. Hypey, gross, repel energy. Instead, when I make you really problem aware in a way that feels really powerful and grounded, you start to identify your high value problem, which is I am my sales system. You're right. Whilst it feels amazing to make money when I show up online, that really is me having a job. Because if I slow down or I stop, so too do my sales. So why it works is you start to psychologically understand, I can't afford to stay where I am if I am committed to creating the real experience of freedom. And obviously this is a very nuanced example to my work, but this is where I want you to look at your content, look at what you're talking to. Am I focused on just selling the result constantly? And therefore I bet if you're focused on selling the result constantly, you are attracting people who cannot afford even your most underpriced offers that we both know you're undercharging for. This is why. Because the people that move and that move quickly, the people that find you and instantly are in your DMs ready to buy from you today, or open your email or buy your $22 thing and instantly upgrade into your $5,000 thing, they will buy like that when you start speaking to their highest value problems. That is when they will instantly convert from you. Now, $1 million buyer psychology, not all sales psychology is created equal, in case you haven't noticed. This means that you begin to pre-sell your offers, you begin to seed the offers that you're going to be selling to your dream ideal clients before you have even pitched your offer. So that by the time they land on your sales page, by the time you even tell them and share the information about your offer, they're already sold. And again, this is done by using messaging that creates really powerful emotional demand. Emotional demand. When we think right now of the highest value problems that you have ever faced in your life, doesn't even need to be in your business. When you have had a really big problem come up, if you've ever bought a house, if you've ever got married, if you've ever had children, or anything like in life where you've had to, if you've ever been stuck somewhere, if you've ever been stuck somewhere and you're somewhere and you're like, I need to get home, I need to get on a flight, I need to get to this place, to this event. Do you care about what it cost to solve that problem? Or are you willing to be like, charge it to all the cards to solve the problem? Why? Because there is strong emotional demand. That's why we buy quickly. I always use the example of if you have a breakout before a speaking event, before a photo shoot, you are willing to, if someone said to you, I've got this great esthetician, they do this like really fast overnight clearing spot treatment, you'd be like, sign me up. You wouldn't even ask, how much does it cost? You need to solve the problem. So the more emotional demand you have, the faster you create in your messaging, in your funnels, in your positioning, the faster the conversion. So a high value problem has nothing to do with a dollar amount. Your highest value problems for your ideal client that you solve are the problems that are causing them to preventing them from getting to where they want to go. They are here and they want to be there and they're like, this is stopping me. That is their highest value problem. And sometimes it's not the thing that they think it is, and you have to show them why that's actually not their problem. You think you have, I say this all the time, you think you have a visibility problem. You have a messaging problem. Because if you have an audience of people and they're not all jumping into your offers, if everyone who is watching your stuff is not currently converting into your offers, what makes you think that adding 200,000 followers is going to solve your problem? Moreover, messaging solves your visibility issue, because the minute you work on your messaging, you suddenly become incredibly visible to the people that your work is actually for. So often we sometimes have to make them problem aware, but when you actually understand messaging and positioning that builds emotional demand, you will be able to have people instantly convert because you make them feel something. You make them feel something. You make them aware without making them feel something by fear-mongering or using these like outdated sales tactics that people use. You make them feel something through a really grounded reflection. Now, let me give you an example of messaging that builds and creates emotional demand in a really grounded way. So if you're hearing "I'll think about it, maybe next time," or getting ghosted, you're not creating or building emotional demand. If I said to you, when you buy Freedom Funnels, it will help you make more sales, that is result marketing. Result marketing. If I tell you, or even She Makes Bank, it will help you make more sales from your content. Result marketing. Because you were told that people buy results, right? Now, if I say to you, right now, the messaging that you're using is actually repelling the premium clients that you want to work with, the people that would be willing to pay you 3 times your current prices. You're actually repelling them in your current messaging. And it's the reason that your sales feel way slower than they should. It's the reason that you're getting price objections when you know that you're undercharging. You immediately connect the dots that you don't want to repel premium clients, right? Immediately you're like, well, what am I doing that is repelling those premium clients? Because I don't want to be doing that. I want messaging that is going to attract those premium clients and actually repel the people that have price objections to my undercharged prices. So this is where I am creating emotional demand. I'm building emotional demand rather than just focus on selling you the result of buy She Makes Bank. So for those of you asking about messaging, that's what She Makes Bank is. It's my signature program on messaging. That's what it teaches you to do, is like, what are those micro high value problems? And how do you speak to and message to those high value problems so that you attract the premium clients that you want to work with, that instantly convert, that do the work, that get insane results. But the only way you do that is when you get your premium high ticket or $1 million client, the person that your work is for, that would instantly buy from you, to be able to connect the dots, to be able to become problem aware, and that you are the obvious solution. Where their brain is like, they do not care about what the price is. They don't care about how many bonuses there are. In fact, they're like not interested in that. If I were to tell you I have one lesson, I have a program and it is one lesson and it will show you exactly what you're doing right now to repel those premium clients and how to fix it, you're like, I'm in. You don't care if there's 20 lessons or if there's one lesson. If I told you it was five grand, you'd be like, okay, because it's going to fix your problem. It's going to solve your problem. Now, when you get more visible, you're going to know that you're speaking to the right people, and those people are going to instantly convert. High value problems, high value solutions. So this is often a big question I get asked around how I have built what I call freedom funnels that do instant conversion without me into a lot of programs and a lot of offers that don't include access to me. So they truly are passive income funnels and passive income offers. Now, not everything I do doesn't include access to me. And I don't only sell via funnels because social media is a cherry on top energy. It's not the entire sundae. My freedom funnels are the entire sundae. So when people ask me, well, how do you make $1 million months from a tiny audience? How do you turn a $22 offer into $1 million funnel if you have a small audience? This is how. Because when you create funnels that integrate this messaging work in every touch point, what I call the invisible sales strategies, as you go through my funnels, Everything is designed for instant conversion. It's the reason that we have insane levels. So when in my funnels, people come into my top of funnel, and 60% of those people go on to buy something instantly. 50% of those people go on to buy something in the next 7 days. That's how a $22 sale becomes a $15,000 sale. You don't need more people. You need more of the right people buying more of your stuff. And the way that you do that is by pre-selling those buyers before they even hit your sales page. It's the way that you use automation that is anchored in this type of positioning that builds emotional demand and speaks to their highest value problems, not just the results. If you sell from the results, it will take 3 times as long to convert someone, and you'll need a sales team and urgency and discounts and bonuses out the wazoo and live launches. A great funnel, a feminine freedom funnel, makes buying easier than not buying. That's the difference. So when people talk about my work from a place of, why is she pretending like she created funnels? I'm not. I'm owning the fact that I took them and I made them better, because I designed them for instant conversion. And that's what I teach my clients to do. That's how I've scaled Rich Queen to over 8 figures last year from an audience of 22,000 people. That's how we get 10 to 15x return on ad spend. Not because we have 55 bajillion people jumping into a $22 offer, but because we have the right people jumping into the top of offer who then go on to convert into every single thing that I sell. And if you want to learn more about this, I am hosting a 2-day masterclass. It starts on Friday. We have session 1 on Friday, session 2 on Monday. It's $33. It's called Scale Volume 2, and I'm going to walk you through my highest converting funnels. I'm going to walk you through our highest converting ads and why they work. Not just like this is working, but actually showing you how it creates emotional demand, showing you how you do this through positioning in your funnels. And this is how you create millions on automation without you needing to actively sell on a daily, every single day. I am required to sell. This is how you make it your new normal to have thousands of dollars coming in every single day without you needing to jump into Instagram stories. Cherry on top. It's a really good opportunity to come in and learn more about what I'm talking about here. It's 2 days. We're doing the first day all around the funnel strategy and more of what I've just spoken about here. And then on Monday, we're doing the ads breakdown. It's lifetime access. Everything I teach is always lifetime access. There will never be a time that you buy something from me and you lose access to it. Lifetime access, the best $33 that you'll ever spend. If you thought this life was good, it's going to be even better than that. Okay, I can't wait to see you inside. I hope that you have an incredible rest of your day. See you inside Scale. Bye, my loves.